We all know how important backtesting is when it comes to trading, and that's why in this video I will share with you the right way to do it. To be honest, I think that 99% of traders backtested a trading strategy at least once in their trading journey, but I am sure that most of them don't know how to properly do it. I'm gonna start off with this. There's a lot of traders that backtest their strategies, but they're backtesting the strategy on random pairs. Let's say they usually trade Euro USD and GBP USD, but instead of backtesting those specific pairs, they might be backtesting, let's say, gold. And that's a huge mistake I see so many traders make when it comes to backtesting. You gotta understand, you have to backtest the pairs you will trade, okay? That's the best way to do it. And also, when you are doing your backtest, keep in mind the interval when you want to trade those pairs. Let's say you want to trade between, I'm just giving out an example, okay? Let's say you want to trade between 3 and 4 p.m. UK time. If you know that's your interval where you can sit on the charts and look for trades, then go ahead and backtest and only look for trades between 3 and 4 p.m. UK time. You don't need to backtest and look for trades between 8 and 9 a.m. UK time, okay? Because essentially you are backtesting the wrong thing and you won't get accurate results because of that. Secondly, journal every single result. Okay, I see so many people, once again, backtesting hours and hours and hours, but not journaling anything. Trust me, if you don't journal, you cannot keep track of the progress. You cannot see if the strategy is actually profitable. You cannot see if there's any adjustments to be made. And because of that, your backtest won't be accurate. No matter how much time you spend in front of the charts backtesting, it won't be accurate if, like I said, you backtest the wrong pairs and you backtest the wrong interval. If you are trading only during New York session, because that's the session you can trade depending on your schedule, then why would you backtest that strategy during London session? Okay, so you got to be very strict and you got to ask yourself, okay, when do I trade? I trade during New York session. Okay, then I will only backtest this strategy during New York session from Monday till Friday. There's no point for me to backtest this strategy in London session if I know that I won't place any trades during that interval, okay? And like I said, journal every single result because that is very, very important. The third thing I would mention is to backtest at least 100 trades. I see so many people going ahead and backtesting. They get 5-6 good trades, and after that they just stop and they say, oh, this is the perfect strategy. And then they get into a losing streak, and because of that they then switch to another strategy. Then they do the same thing, and it all becomes a process, and because of that they cannot get out of this vicious circle. So please take your time and backtest at least 100 trades, no matter if you're a swing trader, a scalper, or a day trader. If you're a swing trader, then sure, that might take you months, to get 100 trades. But like I said, do your time. If you're a swing trader, then you should definitely be trading more pairs than a scalper to be able to get more trades, okay? The next thing I wanted to discuss about is you gotta be very specific with the rules. The more specific you are, the more of an accurate result you will get out of your backtest. Because let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. If in your backtest, let's say you are taking trades, I'm just giving out an example. Only if the price is floating above the 200 EMA, for example, and that's what you use for your backtest. But then when you look for live trades, you don't use that rule. Then, like I said, your results won't be accurate. So before you get into backtesting, please take a notebook and start reading down the rules you need to follow for that specific strategy. Note down when you want to trade it, on what pairs you want to trade it, the entry rules, okay? You gotta be super, super specific because otherwise you won't get accurate results out of your backtesting. And like I said, I still see so many people do these mistakes. And like I said, yes, you are doing your time. You are spending a lot of time backtesting. But because you are not taking these things in consideration, it won't be as accurate. Yes, you might train your eye, You might get better at spotting setups, but it won't be that beneficial. Okay, so be very, very specific and strict with your rules. Be very mechanic. Okay, as mechanic as you can be. Just do it, because otherwise, like I said, it's not going to be beneficial. The next thing that I see a lot of people do, and I am not a big fan of, I see a lot of people go ahead and backtest for 6 hours straight in a day, and after that they don't backtest at all for 2 weeks, because of course it was a hectic day. Sitting 6 hours in front of the charts backtesting a trading strategy, you just get tired of it. And guess what? You do it 6 hours in one day, and after that you'll just take a 2-week break because you just don't want to see any charts anymore, and that's totally fine. But it doesn't have to be this way. In my opinion, you should be spending, I would say, between 30 and 45 minutes a day at max backtesting. Instead of doing 6 hours a day and then take a break for 2 weeks, do 30 minutes a day and do it every single day. Like this, you will be much more consistent and you will get better results as well. Okay, so please take this tip in consideration as well, because yes, I know some days you might be very hyped, backtesting a new strategy or whatnot. You go ahead, you backtest it for 6 hours straight, and then guess what? You just get tired, you don't want to do it anymore, and you just take a two weeks break because of it, you know? So don't burn yourself out, backtest for 30 to 45 minutes a day, and then do it constantly, okay? It's much better to do it constantly than just doing it once and go hardcore and do 6 or 5 hours straight and then just taking a month break. It is much better to be more consistent with it and just do 30 minutes a day. Okay, this is again a very, very important tip when it comes to backtesting and getting the most out of it, because that's our goal, to get the most out of it and be able to see if our strategy is profitable. Okay, so I think I have one or two more things to mention, but before I mention them, I just wanted to let you know that if you want to be able to see the trades that I am taking every single day, you should go ahead and check out my free signal group on Telegram. It is the first link down below. Now, let's get, I think it's the sixth tip or the seventh, I'm not sure. I think it's the sixth. So, I want you to I want you to be aware of news as well, because of course, if you want to be aware of news, because there's traders that don't really take news in consideration, but in my opinion, I really think that news should be taken in consideration. Okay, so when there's high impact news around, in my opinion, you should stay on the sidelines. And knowing this, there's no excuse for the backtesting. If you know that you are backtesting, okay, let's say between 2 and 5 p.m. UK time, you know that between that interval, there's going to be a lot of USD high impact news. And because of that, you should check the Forex Factory website in parallel to be able to check for news and see if, let's say, you go back 2 months in time and you backtest, you'll be able to see if in that specific day there were some high impact news around. And because of that, you won't consider that day or that hour, depending on how you will trade. So again, in my opinion, I think you should be aware of news and use the Forex Factory website or my FX book or whatever website you want to use for news in parallel as you are backtesting. Okay, like I said, to get the most out of it, be very strict with every single rule that you have in your trading plan. And lastly, I think this is a personal preference. I'm not sure if you guys are into it as well, but I really do prefer backtesting using the bar replay on TradingView. I know this is not a free tool to use, but if you can afford it, it is definitely worth it. Okay, because it is much more accurate, in my opinion, to backtest using the bar replay. And let's say you want to backtest from the beginning of June till today, instead of following the price as it already happened. Okay, instead of that, using the bar replay will give you the feeling that you are in the live market, and this helps a lot. Okay, this, in my opinion, helps a lot. So like I said, if you can afford it, I think it would be a good idea to upgrade so that you can use this feature, okay? Because like I said, this is a paid feature. So on that note, I think these are all the tips. I think I've shared 7 tips on how to get the most out of your backtesting, because we all know how important it is. But like I said, most of the people that backtest don't do it the right way. So please make sure to take in consideration all of the tips I shared, and let me know down below. Do you agree? Do you agree with the things I shared? Let me know. I'm really curious to see your feedback. Until next time, feel free to share and like the video. That will be very much appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on any future content. And till next time, I want to wish you all the best and take care.